all. Thank you for coming to this very important informational meeting.
2010 through 2019 is what I like to refer to as the resurrection of point-and-click adventure games. Whether it be the advent of crowdfunding, some of the old developers opening their own studios, or just the porting onto other platforms. Either way, it came back big. In this video, we're going to give you some of the best adventure games from 2010 through 2019. Unlike the past videos, we're not going to do one for each year. We are going to do the best of the best. So let's get started. Amnesia The Dark Descent. Amnesia The Dark Descent is a survival horror adventure. It's not necessarily a point and click, but we're throwing it on there because it was great. The game features a protagonist named Daniel exploring a dark and foreboding castle called Brennenburg, and he's trying to maintain his sanity by avoiding monsters and other terrifying obstructions. The Dark Descent received positive reviews from pretty much every critic. It has consistent praise being given due to the ominous atmosphere and horror elements. Easily one of the top adventure games of the decade and on our list. Black Mirror 3 Final Fear. Black Mirror 3 picks up right at the thrilling ending of where Black Mirror 2 left off. Return to face the dark forces that haunt the ominous Black Mirror castle as you search for the secrets that lie behind the tangled web of haunting riddles, mysterious secrets, and dark characters. You alternate between two playable characters as you explore 100 highly detailed and atmospheric locations, and you interact with 50 characters in your quest for redemption. This is the grand finale of a grand series. One of the best games, probably top 25 of all time, in my opinion. The Book of Unwritten Tales, The Critter Chronicles. The Book of Unwritten Tales, Critter Chronicles is obviously a point-and-click adventure game by German developer King Art Games. It's a prequel to The Book of Unwritten Tales that was released in 2009. The Critter Chronicles tells the story of how Nate Bonnet and Critter, which is his hairy sidekick, first met, and it tells how all of the appearances of Wilbur and Evo, all of the others from The Book of Unwritten Tales 1, came about. You enjoy a thrilling and hilarious point-and-click adventure in a fantasy world. You travel from Northlands to the Mage's Tower of Seastone and experience a story that offers tremendous fun for seasoned players and for new players alike. Now, The Book of Unwritten Tales 2 is highly deserving as well. In fact, it should be on this list, but like a couple of the other series that you'll hear or see in this list, I'm kind of merging them together to keep the redundancy down. But ultimately, The Book of Unwritten Tales, all of the chapters are incredible. Kentucky Route Zero. Point-and-click adventure game developed by Cardboard Computer and published by Annapurna Interactive. The game is separated into 5 acts that were released sporadically through its development, starting in 2013 and last released in January of 2020. The game was originally developed for Microsoft Windows, but it ended up being ported into a Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One under the subtitle of TV Edition. Kentucky Route Zero follows the narrative of a truck driver named Conway and the strange people he meets as he tries to cross the fictitious Route Zero in Kentucky and make a final delivery for the antiques company for which he works. The game received acclaim for its visual arts, narrative characterizations, atmosphere, and themes, and appearing in several of the best of the decade's list, including this one. Oh yeah, Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse. Broken Sword is back. It's the 5th title in the Broken Sword series of adventure games developed and published by Revolution Software. It was a 2-part game, and it brought back the greatness of this legendary series. George, Nico, and all of the religious fanaticism is back at it. This time it's Gnostic. I guess that makes it reverse religious fanaticism. Whatever it was a gem. It covers all of the senses. Great story, great 2D graphics, and amazing music. Take my word on this one. Thimbleweed Park. Point-and-click adventure game developed by Ron Gilbert and Gary Winnick for Windows and all of the ports. The game is a spiritual successor to Gilbert and Winnick's previous games like Maniac Mansion and The Secret of Monkey Island, and it's designed to be similar to graphic adventure games released in that time period, both visually and gameplay-wise. FBI agents Ray and Reyes arrive in the town of Thimbleweed Park to investigate a murder. Their investigation leads them on a dark, wacky, and nutty comedic adventure. This is one where you don't love any characters, but love the whole game as a whole, much like Maniac Mansion, in my opinion. Thimbleweed Park was the highest rated game of the latter part of the decade, and well deserving to be on this list. Life is Strange Before the Storm. Life is Strange is set in the fictional town of Arcadia Bay, Oregon, and came out in 2013 and told from the perspective of Maxine Max Caulfield. He quickly learns that he can rewind time. The mechanic of rewinding time allows the player to redo almost any action that has been taken. Max soonly becomes Max and Chloe. Together, you navigate them through an incredible adventure that has wonderful environment, story, incredible backgrounds, and great dialogue. While episode 1 is a tad slow, the rest of the episodes more than make up for it. P.S. Feel free to put Life is Strange 2 in here as well. Different story, but also captivating. Broken Age. Broken Age, point-and-click adventure game developed by Double Fine. Broken Age was the game director Tim Schafer's first return to the genre since 1998's Grim Fandango, and he quickly earned his title back as the holder of the hill. Broken Age tells the story of two teenagers with no immediately apparent connection, each seeking to break the tradition of their lives. Needless to say, they do. They encounter incredible creatures and engage in a book-worthy adventure. A beautiful game with wonderful and funny writing. The game's characters approach adversity with absurdity and heartfelt sincerity. It gives the game a kind of depth that's so often lacking in other funny games. Incredible game, you gotta play it. For our last one, an incredibly underrated game of the decade. Before I give this to you, please, if you like the video, hit subscribe for a bunch of back catalog of adventure games and at least one adventure game video a week. So, let's get back to it. Gemini Rue. Gemini Rue, cyberpunk graphic adventure game made by Joshua Neuenberger and published by Wadjet Eye Games. Gemini Rue follows Israel Odin, Kane Harris, and others in the 23rd century within the Gemini system, which is a star system recently declared independent from the years and years of war prior to the game. Though peace has come, the war left a power void, and a mafia-like crime syndicate controls much of that system. This has a compelling story and setting, it's clever, has well thought out puzzles, incredible music, and art. It's truly remarkable. There you have it. Let us know what your favorite adventure game was of the decade, and let us know if we missed any. Thank you for viewing. Like it if you like it, and we'll see you in the next video. Subscribe!